Valley Club double summon event going on for ancient shards starting tomorrow. Should you open your ancient shards or should you save it for the fusion event that is coming up? We're going to talk about the double summon event and the fusion for Ishiyama the immovable, if it's worth it to go for this character. And if you're ready for all that info and more, then you know to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin raid channel. I'm ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having a great day and I hope you've been saving up your ancient shards. There is a double summon event coming up tomorrow. However, you may want to hold if you are going for this fusion. Ishiyama the immovable is the fusion that was announced yesterday. We're going to talk about all my thoughts on this character, if you should hold your ancient shards, if you should open them during this event. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. At least 6 pieces of Raid Shadow Legends content every single week on this channel. But without further ado, let's go into the game. Let's jump into it and talk about the news that just popped up. And I guess the big news is this double summon party that is coming tomorrow. 2 summon boosts coming to help you get some of the most wanted champions in raid, including a mighty warrior from the faction unity skills from the Sylvan Watchers, Blade, Courser, Kaldor. Now, this is not a champion that I'm looking for because fortunately myself, unfortunately for this event, I already pulled this champion a couple weeks ago in that summon pool. So really happy that I got that champion then. However, a little disappointed that he is like the grand prize in this. So what they're going to do starting from Friday, 8 a.m. UTC, it's Friday, May 2nd, so tomorrow, to Monday. So all weekend, 8 o'clock UTC, Monday, May 5th, we're doubling your chances receiving epic and legendary champion from ancient shards. So that is good. So if you are just wanting some epic legendary champions, you know for sure you're not going to go for this fusion. You may want to start to open some ancient shards right now. If you're going for this fusion, you may want to hold them because there is going to be a summon rush during this, and this does not coincide with the summon rush for the fusion. Also, in addition to that double summon, we also have from the same time period, 8 a.m. Monday, May 2nd to 8 UTC on Sunday, May 4th. Actually, a little less. So a little less for this. Actually, I may start to open some of these shards on May 4th, so Sunday, because I actually don't want Blade Courser Kaldor. He's a great champion, but I need more champions. I don't want duplicates of characters I already have. But yeah. So I may just open a few of these and then save the rest for the summon event that is coming up. Now, Blade Courser Kaldor has access to faction unity skills, which gets more powerful use alongside allies from the Sylvan Watchers faction. The more allies from this faction you have on your team, the stronger his faction unity skills become. These special champions won't be summoned normally from shards, only be available to select in-game events like this one. I got this character from the summon pool, but yeah, I would have loved to have a faction unity champ from any other faction other than the Sylvan Watchers, but the chances of summoning epic legendary characters for ancient shards are double. That's going to be for the whole event. The chances for summoning epic and legend shards for sacred, primal, void shards are the same as normal, so I wouldn't open any of these during this weekend. Only your ancient shards possibly. All right, if you summon a legendary champion from ancient shard between 8 UTC Monday, May 2nd, or Friday, May 2nd through Sunday, May 4th, you have 10 times the chance of getting Blade Courser Kaldor compared to the other champions. So don't miss out on this chance to get a DAC champion in Blade Courser Kaldor. So I did unlock this champion. Let's go take a look at him real quick. I haven't built him up and I'm still trying to compile more of these, more of the Sylvan Watchers. But yeah, really good champion. Important that you get this 3-star ascendant because that opens up all of his skills. I believe it's this one here that opens up, but you got his A3 and his passive that are affected by the amount of Sylvan Watchers on the faction. Just does some really good stuff. And if you have a lot of good Sylvan Watchers, great champion here. But we have a lot of ancient shards. I probably, like I said, on Sunday, I'm going to open these when we don't have that double chance or the 10x chance to get Blade Courser Kaldor. I'm going to open some ancient shards just to hope I could get some more epics, some more legendaries. Now, if you don't want to wait to get a legendary or an epic and have this double summon event and you just want to get them right off the bat, if you're starting off a brand new account, you get 4 epic characters for free using that QR code up there or downloading a raid with my download link. You have to use that download download or scan that QR code to get those 4 epic champions. If you download it from iOS store or the Play Store, you're not going to get those bonuses, but you're going to get 4 epic characters: Uugo, Tagoar, Fayne, and Mausoleum Mage. Great epic characters, and there are codes that you get 1 of 5 legendary champions within your first 24 hours. Now, the Supreme 6, the Supreme Gaelic code, is supposed to be expiring at May 5th, so if you want to get Supreme Gaelic, start a brand new account earlier. Monkey King for Sun Wukong should be available to the end of June, so that's a great champion. That is my recommendation. You also still have codes for Alice, Loki, and Green Warden Rurak. The one for Loki may have already expired, but all the information is down below. And as announced yesterday, and we discussed this on stream yesterday, new fusion is coming out May 5th. This is going to be Ishiyama, the immovable, and it's gonna be a Shadowkin character. I know some people that were disappointed that this was not a reviver or anyone that could help your team from like a healing perspective. Damage dealer, defensive based damage champ. If we look at the character model for Ishiyama, looks pretty cool. Looks like an old man, has these fiery balls that he's holding around. So I think he's a cool looking champion. Obviously not as cool as some of the other champions out there, but he looks like a samurai. I got a soft spot in my heart for samurais. I think samurai movies are cool. And as you may know, if you watched some of the videos earlier this week, I don't have a lot of Shadowkin characters, so a legendary Shadowkin would be cool, even if I don't know if I will use them too much in arena, maybe in other modes, probably in the faction wars section. But next Monday, May 5th, we're planning to launch a champion fragment event for the new champion, Ishiyama, the immovable. It's going to be Shadowkin faction, legendary rarity, an HP type champion. So the damage will be based on this champion's HP, and the affinity is a spirit affinity. Ishiyama the Movable is an HP based damage dealer, with arena being his prime battle round. Despite having a handful of debuffs in his kit, you could totally ignore accuracy in favor of more offensive stats as long as you bring another debuff champion on the field, on your team. Ishiyama has no need for attack stats, but his damage will benefit greatly from HP crit damage instead, so make sure to invest in those to maximize his damage. A1, a 2-hitter that transforms 1 random debuff from Ishiyama, or transfers 1 random debuff from Ishiyama with each hit. So he has to have some debuffs on his team, on himself, and he'll transfer them to the enemy with his A1. If he's attacked while debuff, Ishiyama will counterattack with his A1, making it difficult for the enemies to keep him under debuff. So I like that counterattacking as well. Also, the A1, just using that A1 will get rid of debuffs as well. So he's not gonna have a lot of debuffs on him. There's A2, an AoE attack loaded with PvP debuffs, all of which become unresistible if the target is already under 2 or more debuffs. A3, single target nuke, the built-in ignore defense that doubles its effect when the target is under 2 or more debuffs. If it kills the enemy, Ishiyama protects himself with a block damage buff for 2 turns. His passive, accuracy becomes even less of a concern, as every time one of Ishiyama's debuffs is resisted, the next one becomes unresistible. So you would need to have one fail for it to become unresistible, but that would make the damage or the accuracy stat for him kind of irrelevant, like they're saying. Additionally, every debuff he lands permanently increases HP up to 30%. Permanent increase to his HP will increase his damage. This is an HP based champion. All right, his skill breakdown is A1. It is going to attack the one enemy 2 times. Each hit transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target. This champion is under any debuffs when attack counterattacks with this skill. Booking this skill just adds more damage. Pretty okay skill. Especially for A1. I like that counterattacking, transferring the effects there. Calculated volley. The cooldown is 4 turns, goes down by 1 when it's fully booked. But what it's going to do, attack all enemies, 75% chance of placing a fear debuff, 25% chance of and a 25% decrease crit damage debuff, 30% decrease crit rate debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. These debuffs cannot be resisted by enemies who are already under 2 or more debuffs. So if they have some debuffs on them already, no resistance for this A2. The resistance doesn't matter. They're just gonna place the decreased crit damage, decreased crit rate, and that fear debuff on them. So yeah, that's why I guess you would want to bring someone faster going before Ishiyama that would place some debuffs on enemies, and then all of these are gonna have that fear, decreased crit, and decreased crit rate, crit damage and crit rate. And then we got finish them. It's a 4-turn cooldown. It goes under 3 turns with it fully booked. It's gonna attack 1 enemy, so you can ignore 25% of the target's defense, which is good. We'll ignore 50% of the target's defense instead if the target is under 2 or more debuffs. So that is strong. Again, why you want to have a support champion that places debuffs on the enemies that go in front of Ishiyama. Place a block damage buff on this champion for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy. So Ishiyama is going to take no damage for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy, which is pretty strong. And the passive, whenever enemy resists a debuff placed by this champion, the next debuff placed by this champion cannot be resisted. And I think he's just placing the debuffs on this A2 here. Yeah, so just on this calculated valley is the only one he's placing debuffs. I guess if he's trying to transfer a debuff, I'm not sure if that would count as well in the A1, but only one that he's doing it on is this A2. Is kind of weird. So this is kind of a weird passive here. Resist the debuff placed by this champion. The next debuff placed by this champion cannot be resisted. So you need one to fail and then for it to happen. So you need the A2 to fail, the passive go off, and then take another turn with it fully, with the skill fully off of cooldown. So it's kind of weird. I'm not sure how well this is going to work in practice, but in arena, but I'm definitely going to use him in a faction war section. I'm thinking in an early arena, mid-game arena, I'd probably be pretty good, but from what I'm hearing on late game arena with some of the debuffs and some of the meta that's going on right there, I don't know if he's going to be that strong in the arena in the late game. Right, each debuff placed by this champion increases their max HP. So his max HP by 3%. It's gonna stack up to 30%. So I guess it remains during the battle. And his aura is going to increase ally HP in all battles by 28%. Not sure if I'm going to use that in arena. I do like speed auras in arena, but again, maybe in faction wars, pairing him with a character that we just pulled, Tagoar the Frog. So Ishiyama seems like a good champion, probably a little better for early game players like myself, maybe mid game players. But yeah, I'm not sure how valuable he's going to be for end game players. Now, as far as the fusion event that's going on this weekend, couple things you have to consider. Do you want Ishiyama? Is he a valuable character for you? Are you going to go for this fusion? If you are, you might want to save your shards just in case. Maybe you have enough for both. So if you have enough for both, you can possibly get some epics or legendaries this weekend, maybe get Blade Course or Tagoar, and then still have enough shards. So those are things you have to consider. One of them, most important, is that fusion. And then the other one, would you want to get Blade Course or Tagoar? If you do, pull them either Friday or Saturday. If you don't, and you still want to partake in all of this epic and legendary increased drop rate, well, pull your ancient shards on Sunday before it goes away. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull some of them, not all of them, because I am going for this fusion, but let me know what you're going to do. Hopefully this video will help you to clarify what you want to do and what you may want to save for. If you got some value from this video, leave the video a like, check out some other videos on the channel, and of course, if you want to start a brand new raid account, use that link to download raid or scan that QR code so you get that epic characters for free. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bomb, ValleyFlyin out.